This is Paul Group with GlideFast Consulting. Today, I'm going to do a quick overview of some of the safe workplace applications in ServiceNow. We're going to start here with the emergency outreach. And the idea of emergency outreach is to send out mass communications to your employees, especially when you're thinking about, daily health verification in order to come back to the office. So you see here, we have this emergency outreach. It's called daily health verification. And the goal of this is to make sure employees are healthy before coming to the office each morning. There's a mode here, and we can go ahead and set this up to be a schedule. And you can say, you want it to run every day at a certain time, typically before people are going to start heading to the office. Go to this next tab here. You can see the voluntary health check-in audience. And this allows you to narrow it down to only be, whoever you really want to be getting, doing their health check-in. So you could say, hey, this particular building needs health check-ins on these days because that's when they're coming to the office. You can even have it segregated by different groups of users. So if you have a rotation, a lot of different options here of how you can break down the different audiences and kind of send the notification at the right time. And then the last tab here is all about the content configuration. So this is what the email will say, and then also the push notification. So like I said, you can have this scheduled to, run each morning before people would kind of, come to the office. You can also manually send the notification as well. So let's jump over here to, what the end user looks at when that notification comes out. So you can see here, they got an email and they also got a push notification. So if we go ahead and jump into this push notification here, you can see here it gives them a little information. We're monitoring everyone's health and we want to make sure, everyone's safe. And this is something that's totally configurable from that outreach notification. So let's say we want to complete the health verification. And you can see here all these different criteria, and this is all configurable as well of what, if there's certain criteria you need your employees to meet. So this one's saying, I don't have any of these symptoms. I'm not waiting for results. I didn't have any close contact. I'll wear my personal protective equipment. I'll follow all the guidelines. So I can come here and say, yep, I acknowledge. I will do all those things. Go ahead and submit it. And you'll see here, it comes up to this page. It says, hey, currently I'm not cleared. So we know we just submitted our health verification requirement, the second one there. So that'll update in a moment. And then the last thing here is reporting our vaccinations. So, and this can be configured to different criteria that works for your organization. Let's go ahead and say, hey, I want to go ahead and report my vaccination status. So we can come in here and say, yes, I'm vaccinated. I got the Pfizer. I got, both doses already. And then go ahead and put in here when I got vaccinated. So we'll say, August 1st was my first one. And let's say August 28th was my second one. And then you can also say, okay, we want proof of your vaccination. So I can go ahead and take a quick snapshot of a vaccination card. Go ahead and use that. And let's go ahead and submit that. And you see here, now my employee health verification requirement is now valid through today. So that resets daily so that I'll have to resubmit it tomorrow to be able to come in. And you can see my vaccination requirement still says I'm not cleared, which that'll update here, momentarily. Well, let's go back to the main, health screen in the mobile app here. And you can come down here and say, hey, my office entry code. And you can see here, now the system's updated showing that I am vaccinated. I'm cleared on that, expectation there. And it also gives me this nice QR code. So let's say, I come into the office and, we have someone at the front to kind of check everybody in, validate that they are good to come into the office. So what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and switch over. And I'm going to go into the mobile app on a phone here. So you can see here, I'm on the mobile app, and let's say, I'm the person that's scanning people in, to the office. So I want to hit this button here in the center. It says scan for entry. You'll see here, it pops up my camera. I can go ahead and scan that QR code. And then I can automatically say, okay, so Paul Group is coming to the office. I already see, hey, they were already cleared as of this morning. So, from here, you can go ahead and say, all right, you're good to go. And then if you want to take it one step further, you can also click this health screen button here. And then we can say, what location are we checking into? Go ahead and pull that location. You would search for that user. Go ahead and check their, temperature. Are they wearing their PPE? Yes, they are. Go ahead and submit. And it'll, tell you, okay, They were cleared on all the criteria, and they've also, you can see here, they've done the self-report, they've done the health verification for the day, and they do have their vaccination. Then from here, you can screen another visitor, or you can screen a person. That's another employee. So a lot of different options, and all of this is configurable to have different criteria, for your visitors, for your employees, making sure that they get, take their verification correctly. So that's really, kind of in a nutshell, from being able to say, hey, submit your daily status, being able to collect that COVID-19 vaccination requirement and be able to, store that information so that we know they're vaccinated, and then, checking them into the office. So I know there's a lot of, potential mandates coming out, and that's, we've seen a really influx in organizations wanting to kind of deploy this. So if you are in the need of looking at the safe workplace, especially around the COVID vaccine status, please reach out to GlideFast Consulting. We're definitely here to help and get your organization so that way you can start collecting those criteria and make sure everyone can have a safe return to the office.